Hello everyone, welcome to session 21 of SQL. Today we will see CTE, Common Table Expression, okay, which is the most important topic in SQL and very widely used. Okay, so let's see first what is CTE. Okay, CTE or Common Table Expression is a powerful construct in SQL that helps to simplify a query. Means the first thing that CTE does, it helps you to simplify a query. Okay, and then second point states CTE works as a virtual tables with records and columns created during the execution of a query, used by the query and eliminated after the query execution. Means whatever you are creating with using with CTE or the common table expressions, they act as a virtual tables or the temporary tables. Okay, and these virtual tables or temporary tables, or you can call it as CTE tables, are created during the execution of a query. Okay, so they are created during the execution of the query, and then they are used by the query and eliminated after query execution. So once your entire query is executed, the tables which you have created using CT with statement gets eliminated after your query is completed successfully. Okay, then each SQL CT is like a named query. So you can give any name. So it's not like you have to give with CT. You can give any name of your choice. Okay, we will see that taking examples into account. Okay, so whose result is stored in virtual table? It's the same thing as second statement. So these CTE tables are being referenced later in the main query. We will say that when we do this practically. Okay, so in order to understand this better, let's go through the examples. Okay, so I've created 3 examples for this, 1, 2, and 3 to make you better understanding of this CTE in SQL. Okay, so for example 1, we need this employee 3 table. So I have created an employee 3 table and the insert statements. Okay, all these DDLs and insert scripts I will share you in the description of the video for all the examples, whatever I have created it. Okay, so let's start. I have already created these tables. Okay, I need to just query them. Okay, so first I will do is employee 3. Okay, so I have already created this table and I have run this insert scripts also. So example 1, I'm starting with a very simple example so that you will get the understanding from the basics. Okay, like you will understand that even for a simple query, you can use CTE as well to simplify your queries or to simplify your SQL statements. Okay, so the example 1 is saying that retrieve a list of employees in the HR department. Means it wants a list of all the employees in the HR department. Okay, so let's go through the table. So our employee table has employee ID, first name, last name, and department. So they want only the list of employees from the HR department, right? Means these two is what they want. Okay, so let's create a CTE statement. Okay, in order to create a CTE statement, you have to use with. Okay, you don't, it's not necessary to use with CTE. You can use anything. So I will use HR employees. HR employees over here with HR employees as. So this is the syntax. Okay, as, then you can write your query here. To look better, I'm using indentation. Okay, I'm using tab here. It's not necessary that you have to use tab only. You can start writing query here also, not a problem. But just to look it better and understand in a better way, I'm writing it this. Okay, so this will act as our with CT common table expression or temporary table or virtual table. Okay, so HR employees with HR employees will act as a CTE or virtual table for us. So what do we want? What do we want here? So I will select what do we want? We want the list of employees from HR department. Correct. So we have employee ID, first name, last name, and department. Okay. So I will select employee ID, comma, first name, comma last name, okay, comma department, correct? Department from employees 3, from employees 3, where department, right? Where department equal to HR, equal to HR, correct? So if I run this query, okay, I'm running only the select query. We don't have to use semicolon now. So if I run this query, see what happens. Table or view does not exist. So it is saying employees 3. Okay, let me see what is the table name. Okay, so table name is employee 3, not employees 3. Okay, so I will remove this S and I will remove this. This doesn't matter. This is a temporary table name. Okay, so I will run this select query again. You got the required output, right? See, using this query also you can do this. If I write it here, using this query also, you are getting the expected output. Then why you are using with CT, correct? So with CT also helps you to simplify the queries. Means the complex queries, you can write it over here. I will show you. You will understand that in example 2 and 3. First, let's start with a simple example, this one. So whatever output I am getting, I am capturing it in virtual table, means HR employees. Okay, and then I will close this bracket. Means this is my CTE statement. Okay, if I run this total, it will not work. Right? Why it is not working? We saw in the statement, right? In the statement, it is saying that CTE works as a virtual tables and created during the execution of the query. Right? So we have not completed the SQL query yet and used by the query and eliminated after query execution. And you can see here that it is used to be referenced later in the main query. We have not written the main query yet. However, you can run the subquery. This will act as a subquery. See, this will work, but with CTE, it is mandatory whenever you use with CTE or with whatever the name it is, you have to use select statement after that. So I will use select star from where not employee 3. I will use as select star from HR employees. So I am taking this as a reference in the main query. So all the complexities you can write it over here, and the simplicity you just have to write one statement over here. And whenever there are changes in the future, you can just change the query over here or do the joins or do union, whatever you want, you can do it here, and your query will work as it is. See now if I run this query in total, it will work. You got the output, right? Now, in order, if you want just one, you just have to write where row number equal to 1. So you will get just 1 here, right? So this helps you to simplify the SQL queries. This was a very simple example. That's why you are not able to capture it. Why are we using it when you can use just one example? I'm just trying to make you understand that even the basic query you can use with CTE statements for any kind of queries you want. Okay, so this is the main query, and we are referencing this common table expression or virtual table here in the main query. Okay, so you can write out here as HR employees, and you can run this query as whole. See, but you cannot run this single because this is a partial query only. See, it is saying missing select keyword. So it is mandatory to use the main query over here. And you can reference it here. You can reference the CTE state. Okay, so this was the solution to first question using CTE. Okay, now let's solve another question. I'm opening one more worksheet for this. Okay, so let's go through this second example now. Okay, the second example is that in this example, we will work with a database of customers and their orders. Okay. So we will work with the database of customers and their orders. We will use a CT to calculate the total order value for each customer and then retrieve the top spending customers. So the example 2 wants us to use CT to retrieve the top spending customers. Okay, in order to demo this example, we have to create this customers table and we have to create this orders table. Only these two tables are required because it is saying that we will work with a database of customers and orders. There is a rewards table as well, but they haven't mentioned anything about rewards over here. Okay, so they are saying we will work with a database of customers and their orders. Okay, and then retrieve the top spending customers. They want to use CT. Here it is mentioned that we have to use CT, but in actual example, they will not mention. They will say that retrieve the top spending customers. So it's up to you whether you have to use CT or not. But CT will help you simplify the queries. Okay, so I have already created the customers table, orders table also, and I have run this scripts also. Now let's start. So what it is saying that retrieve the top spending customers, correct? So let's have a look on customers table first. So I will write here customers, okay, and then I will run this query. So in the customer table, we have customer ID and customer name, right? And in orders table, we have order ID, customer ID, and order amount. So they want the top spending customers, means the one who have the maximum order amount. Correct? The customer who, see, these customers have 2 orders. These customers have placed 2 orders and these customers have placed 1 order. So he wants the top spending customers, mean the customer who have spent the more amount on orders. Correct? So let's see this using CT. So what I will do, what I'm going to do, I'm going to calculate the total order amount for all these customers. For each customer, first I'm going to calculate the total order amount. Okay, let's do that first. So I will use with total order amount, AMT. Okay, as this. Okay, so this is the syntax. Then you have to use inside bracket, means this you are creating as a virtual table. Correct? Select. Okay. Now select what are the columns here in the customers table? Customer ID, customer name. Okay. So I will write customer ID and I will write this below. Okay. This looks better. Customer name. Okay. So I will use this comma. Okay. And then we have to use, we want the total order amount also, right? We want total order amount. So what this question says is that retrieve the top spending customers, means they want customer ID also, customer name, and the total order. That's it. Or you can, if they want other details also, you can mention the other columns also here, if they want other columns also. Okay. So what I will do here, I will write sum of order amount. Correct. So this is the order amount. See, this is the column name, order amount. So I'm calculating the sum of order amounts for each customer here. Okay. So I will write sum of order amount as total order amount. Okay. I will give this name as total order amount. So I will change this name to total order amount completely. Doesn't matter, but like it's better to keep this different. Okay. So what I will do now, I have taken customer ID, I have taken customer name, I have taken sum of order amount as total order amount. Now we have to use join, right? Because this is from customers table and this is from orders table. So that's why I taught you join first. Before learning CT, I taught you join. So because in order to write queries using CT, it is very important to have the understanding of joins. Okay, that's why I've taken the session of joins first only before CTE. So since we want all the customer details, okay, since we want all the customer details, I will use customer table on the left side. Okay, and we will join it using let's see what is common between them. Here we have customer ID and here also we have customer ID. So we will join this table using customer ID. Okay. So I want all the details from customer. So I will write this as customers, right? From customers. Okay. I will do a left join with orders table. Left join orders. Okay. On, but let's give this alias name also here, right? Because customer ID is present in customer table also and orders table also. We have seen this in SQL joins session, that if this both, it will give you ambiguous error. Column is ambiguous. So you have to tell this query, let's give first alias names. I will give customers alias name as C, orders alias name as O. And then I will tell this query that this customer ID is from customers table, this customer name is from customers table, and this order amount is from orders table. So even if you do not mention this, oh, it is fine because this is unique. Okay. So order amount, let me see if this is correct or not. Order amount. Okay. So order amount. Okay, this is correct. Okay. Now, but here I have written this incorrect. O dot order amount. And I will join this left join orders on C dot customer ID. C dot customer ID equal to O dot customer ID. O dot customer ID. Okay, we don't have to use semicolon. Now, if I run this query, see what I will get. Not a single group by function. So you have to use group by also. Okay, so I will use group by here. Okay, customer ID, group by customer ID, comma customer name. We have to use both this. Okay, because we have used aggregate function over here, so it will tell you to use this in the group by function. Okay, and I will use this in the group by function, and I will try to run this query now. See, right? So it is very necessary where you use group by. Okay, so you have to use after joins, not after from. You have to use after join statement. You have to use group by. So now here, see, now here you have got each customer with the total order amount, right? You have got each customer with total order amount. See, we have used group by customer ID, customer name, no? That's why it has given the total order amount. So now what is our question? Our question is to retrieve the top spending customers, to retrieve the top spending customers. I will write this question over here. Okay, comment this. Okay, and now we have achieved this. We have calculated. So I will mention this here, that this is query calculate, and mention here calculates the total order amount for each customer. So this CT statement calculates the total order amount for each customer. I'm just giving the comment to understand it better. So this CT will calculate the total order amount, and I will do a order by here. Order by total order amount. I will use alias name DESC here. Okay, so this is the maximum. We want to achieve this now, right? Now, what I will do, I will close this. Okay, and then I will write here select star from total order amount. Select star from total order amount. So this query will give you the total order amount. So if you do not want to use it here, that is also fine. If you do not want to use order by here, this query will give you this query will act as a virtual table for you. Means this will act as a virtual table for you. Okay, and this will be created during the execution of the query. This table will be created during the execution of the query. And then here you can write order by total order amount DSC. So this is your top spending customers. See, these are your top spending customers here. So what you have done is you have created a virtual table using CTE, done join operations and done group by operation, and then here you referenced it in the main query. You reference that in the main query. Understood? That's why understanding of joining was also important. Group by function was also important. That's why I'm taking CTE in the end. Okay. So this was the solution to the second example. So this is our second example solution. Now let's go for another example. Okay. So I will write this. I will open another worksheet. Okay. Now let's see example 3. Now what it is saying, retrieve the top spending customers along with their total reward points. So I will write here, given customers, orders and rewards fee. So you have to retrieve the top spending customers along with their total reward points. Means they want total spending customers and these details also, reward points details also now. So what I will do, for this, we need one more table to create. So we have to create this rewards table also, which I have already created. Okay, we have to create this rewards table, and these are the insert script, which I will share in the description of the video. Okay, now let's solve the example 3. Okay, so this thing we have already done. Retrieve the top spending customers, but additionally they want total reward points. So what I will do, I will take this from here. Because this query gives us the top spending customers, right? This query gives us the top spending customers, and they want the total reward points also. But total reward points, let's see what's in the rewards. See, in the rewards table, we have customer ID, order amount, rewards point, right? So rewards points, see, customer ID 2, 3, they're like reward points. We have to calculate the total reward points first. And then we can join it with this using CT. With this query, with this CT, we can join that reward points also. Okay, so we have the partial answer. Now we will use another CT in the same query. So you have to just use comma over here. You can use multiple cities. You can use 3 cities. You can use 5 cities. You can use 10 cities also. So it depends on you. Okay. So I will use just comma, and then I will write here that total reward points. You don't have to use CTE again here. You just have to use the virtual table name, CTE table name over here. So I will write total reward points as, and here. Then I will write select. So what do I want from rewards? I want only the total reward points. I don't care about this. I want only the total reward points, because they are saying that we want with that total reward points. They don't want order ID or anything. So I will create one more CT. I will just put comma over here and I will use one more CT. And then I will write here, I want sum of reward points. What is the column name over here? Reward underscore points, right? So sum of, I will write reward underscore points as total reward points. I will write PTS over here. Total reward points. I will write it like sum of reward points as total reward points. From where? From rewards table. Okay, and then I will use group by We don't have to use group by because there is no other column over it. But you have to use group by, otherwise you see what it will give. It will give you sum of all the reward points. It is giving you sum of all the reward points, but we want the reward points, total reward points for each customer. So that's why it's not necessary to use customer ID here. You can just write group by customer ID. Group by customer ID. See now what will happen. It is giving you the total rewards points for customer ID. But how you will understand this? So it's always better to use customer ID also here. So I will use customer ID. Now see. For one customer ID one, you have 18 total rewards points, 18, for 2, 25, and for 3, 30 reward points. Correct? Now we have achieved one more thing. I will write it here. I will write in a comment that calculates, this query calculates the total reward points for each customer. So this is helping you to simplify the queries. I could have written this here also. I could have written this here also and do one more join. But this will help you understand that, okay, total reward points are taken from here. And if there are any more changes, I will just change it over here. I don't have to go through this complex query again. Right? So it becomes very easy to troubleshoot as well. Okay. So I have achieved one more thing. So I have calculated the total reward points for each customer. Now I will close this. Now we have two CTs. Total reward points is second CT and total order amount is first CT. One CT and two CT. But if we run this, it will not run. See? Because it is not completed. It is expecting a select statement, means the main query. Because this table will be created during the execution of the query. But this select statement will work. This is not a problem. Because this is just a select statement. This is also a select statement, right? But if you run this with this CT virtual tables, it will not work because this will not be created unless you mention the main query. So what I will do, I will write a select query. Select. So what do we want? We want customer ID. So we want c.customer ID. Let's write here customer ID. Comma, we want customer name. Correct? We want customer name. So I will write one below the other because this will help you understand it better. And then I want reward total order amount and total reward points also. Total order amount and total reward points. Correct? So these two are from customer ID and customer name and total order amount are from total order amount table. See, customer ID, customer name, and total order amount are from this virtual table, total order amount. This is alias name, correct? This is exist only in this, not in the customers table. This do not exist in customers table. This exists in total order amount. We have created a virtual table in order to get this. See the output of this. See, customer ID, customer name, total order amount. So this is a total order amount query. Okay. And this is the total rewards points table. These are the temporary tables or virtual tables. So what I am doing here is select customer ID, customer name, total order amount, total reward points from I will use total order amount. So I am using the reference of these virtual tables here from total reward points, total order amount. But this is from another table, the reward points. So I have to use join. Here you can use inner join because we want only the matching customers. Correct? Here you can use inner join or left join also you can use, not a problem. It will give you the same answer. So I will use left join to be on the safer side. So left join, I will use total reward points table. So this is a virtual table I'm using, referencing in the main query. This will act as a main query. Here you don't have to use comma, okay? Because here this statement is completed. This statement is completed. And here this statement is completed. See, this is here. You just have to, if you are using another city, you just have to use comma over here. Okay. So left join total reward points, total reward points on. So what is common between this? Customer ID, right? So let's give this as alias name. So I will give total reward points as R, and I will give total order amount as T. So I will use R dot customer ID equal to T dot customer ID. And I will use semicolon. Now if you run this query, column ambiguously defined. So somewhere we haven't told them that from where this customer ID comes. So I will tell them this comes from T. This comes from total order amount. Total order amount. Because this exists, customer ID exists here also in total reward points also, and it exists in here also, total order. So I'm telling this query that it is from total, take it from total order amount. So now if you run this query, you are getting the output over here. So you have retrieved the top spending customers out along with their total reward points. And you can use it here like order by total order amount. No problem. It depends on your requirements and DESC. So it will give you from highest to lowest. 330 reward points to 50, right? See, we have used one CT to calculate this CT to calculate the total order amount for each customer. Total order, this query calculates the total order amount for each customer. This query calculates the total reward points for each customer. And then we are joining these two tables using join, left join, right? On customer ID, on the basis of customer ID. And we are able to achieve the total order amount also and total rewards points also for the top spending customers. However, this query can be written in other way also. I will show you. There was no need. Let me open another tab. Okay, let me open another tab. See, this query, I will write in another query also. Let me write this query here just to show you. See, Control C. Okay, so this is the complete query for this answer. Retrieve the top spending customers along with their total reward points, and given tables are this. Okay, given tables are customers, orders, and rewards table. So this is the solution to the example 3. This example 3 is a good example to understand when and how to use CT. Okay, so we have seen that when we start with the CT statement, we start with CTE, right? Common table expression, and it can have any name. And then later on, if we want to use more than one CTE, we just have to use comma over here and then give the CTE name. Okay, so in the first CTE, we have calculated the total order amount for each customer. Then in second CTE, we calculated the total reward points for each customer. And in the final query or the main query, we joined them to meet the final requirement as per the question. Okay, so this CTE is the final session of our SQL course. Okay, so as mentioned in the first session of our SQL introduction, that I will be covering all the basic to advanced topics of SQL. So we have done with that. We have covered all the topics of SQL from basic to advanced and in sequential order. Okay, in proper order, we have followed the sequence of the SQL course and completed it. Now I'm going to prepare a project, a small SQL project, and share in the next session. Okay, so this is all for today. See you in the next session. Thank you.